54 feet, 7.08 inches. Up next will be Doug Baird and Jeff Vincent. This is Doug Baird from Greenville, a 1939 farm land. Doug had 147 feet, 8.16 inches. 147, 8.16. Up next will be Jeff Vincent and then Mike Manley.
Yeah, sorry, Mike. I think I had a little bit of a service bump there. Sometimes that happens when I only got about 1 or 2 bars of service.
1952. Okie dokie. 141 feet, 1.3 inches. 141
We're in Fowler,
feet,
Michigan.
1.32 inches. Up next will be Mike Manley, I beg your pardon, and then Mark Drosky.
Little antique club out here. Clintonia Antique Farm Power Tractor Club, I think. I'm not exactly sure the name offhand. I just found out about it yesterday. Oh, this is free. It's just a little club. And that's why I can do a lot at places like this. So it's great publicity for these small clubs.
This is Mike Manley from Ionia on a 1941 Farmall H.
Now this one don't have any food that I'm aware of or anything like that, so.
Mike had 147 feet, 8.64. 147 feet, 8.64.
I know they have a deadweight
Next
pull
will
here
be
tomorrow,
Mark Drusky,
but I don't
and then
know
Mike Schneider.
what time that starts or anything. I don't know too much about Delaware. I got a buddy that goes out there at least like once a year and pulls, but he says it's pretty cool. But
This is Mark Drusky from Westphalia and a 1950 Alice Jones.
I just it just seems like a whole thing, you know, to go out there and spend a weekend probably for one day. Because it'd probably take, I don't know, it'd probably take 10 hours to drive there, I would think.
Mark had 151 feet, 11.88. 151 feet, 11.88.
I think I got some snacks here with me. No, this one I think got crushed. Feels flat. It's a breakfast bar or something. Yeah, it's flat as a pancake now.
149 feet, .12. Next up is Jason Speaks, and then Emily Dever. This is Jason Speaks. Can't remember where it's from. Michael, where's it from? Oh, but we're not sure. Can't remember. On the night. On the 1936 John Deere 8. Jason had 143 feet, 4.08 inches. 143, 4.08 inches.
Let's say that thing's probably sat in the sun a lot. Tell what parts have been replaced. The other ones that are actually a little bit green.
Up next is Emily Dever from Hubbardston on a 48 John Deere A. After Emily will be Alex Wolf.
Another John Deere.
Emily had 120 feet, 8.04 inches. 120, 8.04. Then the last one in this class is Alex Wolf. Alex had 146 feet, 3.36 inches. 146 feet, 3.36 inches. I'll give you the lineup here in a second. Lineup for 45, 4.5. Mike Manley, Butch Vanderhoof, Tom Eisenhart, Dave Colton, and Doug Baird. Oh, that's not Mike Manley, that's Mike Schneider. 153 feet, 7.20 inches. 153, 7.20. This is Butch Vanderhoof on a 38 Farmall Elm with 157 feet, 3.36 inches. 157 feet, 3.36 inches.
Am I texting? Somebody sent me a message on Facebook. Why? Could you hear it or something? I don't know. So we're at Platonia Power Club, I think it is, in Fowler, Michigan. Eastern Standard Time is 11:55 a.m. in the United States. Yeah, somebody was asking about
Tom Eisenhart
another fair,
After Tom will
and
be
I'm like,
Dave Cole.
I don't know all the classes. I mean, I don't know. You know, a lot of fairs aren't really good about putting that information out there.
Tom American out of 1952 Farmall County. Tom had 164 feet, 8.76 inches. 164
Barrington, that's
feet,
where a lot of my family lives.
8.76 inches. Now remember, tomorrow we have a deadweight pole. It's a memorial pole. Weighs at 8, pulls at 10. There will be food available. So we will call you guys come back tomorrow.
Nah, they were asking about a fair in Ohio. The one I was at yesterday must be why, I don't know. They mostly trucks there, but I couldn't tell you what classes. You know, a lot of those fairs, they don't really put out a lot of information. You know, or it's like it's buried away in a fair book on page like 70. You gotta go through the whole darn thing to find it. Like, people don't wanna look through it.
This is on a 51 Alice Chalmers WD. Dave had 169 feet, 5.28 inches. 169, 5.28. Last puller in this class will be Doug Baird. After Doug will go to
He just said he just finished putting that tractor back together.
5,003.
And I think the announcer said that she hadn't seen him in a while. I talked to the guy a few minutes. Yeah, just pretty much finished it this week, I think. I believe he said it was his first time pulling it. And I'm not sure how long,
This is Doug Baird from Greenville out of 1939. Doug had 155 feet, 9.96 inches. 155.
So yeah, double tap the screen like Doug says. Subscribe to the channel. You get notifications of lives and other events.
Justin, 5,003.
Kind of simple here. It's just pretty much weight started at 2750, which they didn't have anybody in. Then it went to 3500, and then it's pretty much every 500 up to 65. What are we at? 5,000 right now? Maybe. I'm not 100%. Yeah, 5,300 or 3 mile an hour. So you got two speeds here, 3 mile an hour and 4.5.
Tim Meixel on his G, Tristan Wolf, Butch Vanderhook, Chris Vincent, Tom Kukar, Doug Baird, Jerry Kinney, Bill Parker, Jeff Vincent, Mike Schneider, Bill Parker, Jason Spees, Emily Dever, and Ron Howell. I don't have any workers for this class. All right, that's really a pain. There's no, you know what? We're going to stop right now. This is ridiculous. This is Mike, so on a 37 John Deere Edge. All right, Justin, till I get a track worker, we're done. Ron's going to hook, but I don't have a placard. Tim had 161 feet, 0. You are not going to do it, Bernie. Brian's got it. Bernie, no.
Wow.
Bernie Phelan, you are not going to play. Come on. Sit down.
Wow, I don't know.
Up next should be Dave.
Everybody's probably watching a football game today, I guess. I didn't think about that.
This is Dave Colton. Oh, where's Dave Colton again? All right, this is Mike Howard on a 1955 Oliver Super 88. Okay, Mike had 162 feet, 4.44 inches. 162, 4.44 inches.
Yeah, I say just ask for help. You know, maybe you get some. Not sure why they had to fly off like that. Huh.
Okay, Dave's not ready. Let's go to Dave Chase.
Oh. Oh. Some people just come on here and I think they just want to rile people up and then disappear before.
This is Dave Colton on a 1951 Alice WD.
I mean, if they just do it the once, I don't do anything. But if they keep on being persistent, I'll ban them.
Dave at 179 feet.
Sorry,
9.3.
I wasn't paying attention.
179, 9.3.
Yeah,
next should be
I find a lot of
Chase.
them are. It's like they just want to start something real quick, and yeah,
After
they're
Dave
gone.
Chase will be Tim Mikesell on his Jeep.
What they look to prove, I don't know. But notice they didn't make any more comments, so I'm sure they were gone right after they posted it.
Thank you, Mark and Brian. This is Dave Chase from Saranac on a 1951 Cockshot Ford. After Dave will be Tim Mikesell on his Jeep.
There's some color to our day.
Dave had 153 feet, 4.68 inches. 153.
I think that's the first cock shot.
inches.
I don't think there's any Detroit powered hours. Oh yeah, I went to a show last month at Ross County, and they had a class just for Detroit hours. Only two-stroke Detroit, and they had like 7, which was probably the biggest gathering I've ever seen. It was pretty cool. But I think there was 10 altogether, but you know, they all didn't make the same weight. But I think in the class they made, there was like 7 in it. You can go check it out on Facebook, Ross County Fair. Antique pole. Well, no, actually, that class was the beginning of the regular pole. If that's something you like, go check them out. I posted it on YouTube.
Next should be Tristan Wolf and then Butch Vanderhook.
Well, I do attend a lot of events, so it's been a little slow last couple weeks, but quite often I'll try to hit 2 to 5 events in a weekend. Last weekend I just did 1. The weekend before I only did like 2, just kind of rare for me, but just didn't find much going on, or the one day I just felt like staying home. Got a little tired, burned out, I think. Didn't feel that good. Yeah, I think I might have ate something. Didn't sit well with me.
Tristan on his John Deere A had 137 feet, 10.56.
But this month,
137 feet, 10.56. Up next will be Butch Vanderhook and then Chris Vincent.
this month should be busy. I think we're gonna be at Morgan County Fair Tuesday and Friday, I think. Saturday I'll be at the Harvest Barn in Sugar Creek, Ohio. Sunday I'm not sure of yet. I thought I seen something, but I had to double check. And then the following weekend will be the 13th. I think I'm going to be at Hocking County Fair Friday the 13th, I think it is. And then I want to. And Sunday, I think Blissfield has a poll Sunday that week. So I'll be up towards Michigan again that week, that day.
Which had 165 feet, 3.72. 165 feet, 3.72. Up
And
next will be Chris Vincent, and then Tom Kukar.
like the September 19th, I'll be at the Ashland County Fair, I believe, and then the 20th, I'll be in Middlefield, Ohio. That's in the morning. Another club bowl they got going on there. And then, I don't know, I'll probably be somewhere that evening, that afternoon, something, I don't know what yet. I'm sure there's a few things going on. And then Sunday, what is that, the 21st, I think? Wolf Creek has a poll that day. So yeah, pretty much 3-4 events, next couple weeks. So back to no rest. No rest till things will slow down October. Then it'll be just like 1 or 2 polls a weekend until probably Thanksgiving weekend.
This is Chris Vincent from Ovid on a 1952 Massey Harris 44. Chris had 166.
Well, you come to Michigan and there's a lot of black farmalls or
Next up will be Tom.
I think it's like a maroon, some kind of dark red. I don't see them really. Well, there was one in Ohio, but he sold that, so I don't know where that tractor is. Oh, I think it still is in Ohio. I think somebody else owns it though. So there, you see quite a few of them up in Michigan. I don't know why they want to change all their colors, but maybe they get bored with them being all the same color. I don't know.
This is Tom Fukar from Elsie on a 1937 John Deere 8. After Tom will be Doug Beard. Tom had 150 feet, 6.48 inches. 150
Oh, I think next Sunday Belleville has their poll. That's usually a pretty good poll.
Next will be Doug Baird and then Jerry Kinney.
And I want to say the 20th is normally Kilgore, and I haven't seen anything on it this year, so right now I think that day's kind of open. But I'm sure either that or something else is going to happen, so we'll see. But I do know one of the weekends it's usually in October for me, the Carrollton Collectors car show kind of thing. They're moving it to September, and I don't think I can make it. Unless I go there later. I think that's September 20th. I don't know. I guess they just always think it's too cold when they normally have that event in October.
Feet, 9.12.
But you know, it's also like you gotta think about
9.12.
Hey, they have it on a weekend that there's no other polls going on. They might get 40 or 50 tractors in a class. Well, you move it to a weekend that there is a lot of polling going on, and you're gonna lose some of it. You know, some people are, you know, club pollers, and they gotta go for their points.
Up next should be Jerry Kinney, and then Bill Parker.
But you know, a lot of the polling schedules are winding down too. Quite a few places said they've had their last event already, or it's coming up.
Jerry had 156 feet, 5.40. 156, 5.40. Up next will be Bill Parker, and then Jeff Vincent. 477, 11.04.
I can usually find polls to go to until at least the first Saturday in November.
Up next should be Jeff Vincent and then Mike Schneider.
I know there's some indoor poll in Michigan. Not exactly sure where. What is that, October or November? I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. And then Wasion has their indoor poll Thanksgiving weekend. Then after that, most polls are further away.
This should be Jeff Vincent on a 52 Massey Harris 33. Jeff had 165 feet, .24. 165.24. Up next will be Mike Schneider and then Phil Parker. Is this Mike Schneider? After Mike will be Phil Parker. Mike is on a 40 win for a multi. Okay, Mike had 154 inches, no, excuse, 154 feet, 5.16 inches.
Yeah, let's pull in inches.
154, 5.16. Up next is Phil Parker and then Jason Speed.
All right, Mike. Thanks for joining us today. Give me someone to talk to. Yeah, I don't know how long We'll be here. We're at 5,000 now. We go to 6,500. I'd say at least another hour or two.
This is Phil Parker from Goodrich on a 51 Farmall Avenue. I don't know what happened, but he got 147 feet, 6.24. 147 feet, 6.24. Up next should be Jason Speed.
Everybody, we're in Fowler.
Jason is from Perry, I believe. On a 36 John Deere A.
Is that faded out John Deere again? It's an absolutely beautiful day. A little cool, but beautiful day. Clouds in the sky, but they're all white and fluffy.
Jason had 150 feet, 8.40. 150 feet, 8.40 inches. Up next will be Emily Devers and then Ron Howland. 145 feet, 6.84 inches. 145 feet, 6.84 inches. Last one in this class is Ron Howland. Running from Portland, 1939.
Well, I don't understand that one. Ooh.
Ron had 157 feet, 6.36. 157, 6.36. Justin, now we're going to 4.5, 5,000 pounds. I need
right.
Lynn Garber, Don Woods, Bernie Phelan, Tom Eisenhart, and Dave Holt. Winners in the 5,003 mile an hour. First place went to Dave Bolton. Second place went to Bill Parker. Third place went to Doug Baird.
Has anybody tried that Dr. Pepper cherry? Never really liked any of the flavored Dr. Peppers. I like Dr. Pepper. Excited to try it. It's really
You're
pretty
doing
good.
a fine job, Todd.
I think somebody a couple weeks ago told me Dr. Pepper cherry was good.
This is Lynn Garber from Owasso. Lynn's driving a 1950 Farmall M. We haven't seen Lynn for a while.
Knew I sat down here for a reason.
Up next will be
All right,
Woods
well.
and then Bernie Fay.
Make comments like that and you're gonna be put in timeout. That was the second uncalled for comment. Don't know how to behave. We don't need you.
This is Don Woods. Don had 186 feet, 2.40 inches. 186 feet, 2.40. Up next will be Bernie Phelan and then Tom Eisenhardt.
Hello everybody, welcome. Everybody's gotten quiet. Here's a white farm all for you. I don't think I've seen this one when I walked the pit either. I don't remember it. Well, you know, when you're snapping off photos left and right, sometimes you forget it, some things. We're in Michigan. Probably about 15, 20 miles from Lansing, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just guessing.
Alrighty, there's the first place tractor right now. 192 feet, 3.84. 192 feet, 3.84.
Yeah, I don't remember that tractor.
Up next will be Tom Eisenhart and then Dave Polk.
Bum, 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 bum.
This is Dave Bolton from Howell on a 51 LSWD. All right, hang on to your hats. Here we go. Dave had 182 feet, 11.64. 182 feet, 11.64. Just in. We're going to 5.5, 2.5. We got So we're going to go to 5,500, 2.5.
2.5. they did 3 mile an hour. I don't know.
This is Jacob Cole from Fowler on a 1951 Farm Out M.
Why didn't last long, Mike?
Jacob had 149 feet, 5.04 inches.
That one guy got put in timeout.
5.04.
Said something nasty about America again, so. Like, I don't go on his pages and make fun of his country. You don't have to like us, but you gotta respect. That's all I ask for. Just give people respect.
This is Brad Devers from Hubbardston on a 1952 John Deere B. 155 feet, 11.52 inches. 155, 11.52. That's first place. Jacob second. Justin, 55, 3 miles an hour.
So why have a 2.5 mile an hour class and a 3 mile an hour class? What's the point?
Line up for 55-3. Tom Reisbeck, Dave Colton, Tim Meixel on his A. Mike Fowler, Dave Chase, Tristan Wolf, Tim Meixel, Butch Vanderhoof, Chris Vincent, Leon Bierstadt.
I just don't understand that, I guess. It's a half mile an hour difference.
Got all that? Good, because I'm not going to repeat it. Don't forget I got your pop up here, Mr. Bryan. You did, didn't ya? This is Tom Reisbeck from Ionia on a 53 Farmall Super Alpha. Feet, 7.68 inches. 159, 7.68.
So yeah, help us out. Double tap the screen and subscribe to my channel here, Making Pulling Memories on YouTube. You get some notifications of some future lives and other videos I'll publish. Do quite a few. But you just never know how many events I'll be at in a week.
Up next should be Dave Bolton.
Also on Facebook, Making Pulling Memories, and Michael L. Maxwell. I do a lot of the photos from these events, pit photos, stuff like that. I'll post them on there. Go check them out. I already posted today's on there. And I do a lot of short videos on TikTok. You want to go on there. I think I'm like at 8,800 followers on there, so need some more followers on the TikTok. I was trying to do some lives on there, but it just never seemed to really work out too well. Or it make the tripod shaky. Wind catches the tripod with more than one phone a lot easier than the one.
This is Dave Bolton from Iowa on a 51 Alice WD. 183 feet, 11.52 inches. 183, 11.52. Up next should be Tim Munster on his day, and then Mike Fowler. This is Tim Michael from Charlotte on a 37 John Deere A. Tim had 176 feet, 0.24 inches. 176.24. Up next will be Mike Fowler, and then Dave Chase. This is Mike Bauer on a 1955 Fowler Super 88 from Ionia. Mike had 160 feet, 1.08 inches. 160 feet, 1.0 inches.
If I sit on the bleachers down that way, I won't be in your way,
you're
will I?
fine. You're fine.
Okay.
That's why I'm down a little further, so people on the sides won't get in the way.
Now you're doing the whole tractor pull here with this?
Yep, I got a live going on right now on YouTube, and then yeah, I'll post more on Facebook and more on YouTube. I'll post a video.
Oh,